Hi students, today we are going to discuss about the trees. What is meant by a tree is, I am going to explain the introduction about the tree. What is meant by a tree is a non-linear data structure which is used to represent a relationship between the elements such as records, or else it may be the nodes, or else it may be the table of contents. And this tree contains data in a structure called as nodes, which are in turn linked to other nodes in the tree. Each tree, if we take each tree has a primary node, and that primary node is called as the root. From that root, all other branch nodes in the tree descend, and these branch nodes are termed as subtrees. And the nodes that have no descendants are called as the leaf nodes. That means the nodes that does not have any continuous nodes, then it is called as the leaf node. And each node is the parent of its subtree. And every node in a tree, it may have 0 or else it may have more children. One or more of the subtrees may have no elements, or called as the empty subtrees. This is the introduction about the tree. So, what is the definition of the tree is, a tree is a finite set of one or more nodes such that there is a specially designated node called as the root, and the remaining nodes are partitioned into n, that is n greater than 0 disjoint sets, and it can be represented as t1 t2 up to t1, where each ti, that is I equal to 1 to n, it is a tree, and t1 t2 up to tn are called as the subtrees of the root. See this diagram. In this, here A is called as the root node, and B, C, D, this is called as the second level. In this second level, here it contains the different subtrees. We can say these are called as the subtrees. And here this is represented as T1, T2, T3. We can define up to n number of trees. And if we take here this B, from B to remaining nodes are there, these are called as the subtree. That is, B is called as the subtree. Under this subtree, it contains different types of nodes. And if we take K and L is the subtree. Under this F, for K and L, F is called as the root node. And for E, B is the root node. And if we take A is the root node of all the trees. That is subtrees called T1, T2 and T3. And this is the explanation they have given. In this sample tree, there is a set of 12 nodes. How many nodes they have represented is, they have represented 12 nodes. And there is a special node called as the root of the tree. And remaining nodes are partitioned into 3 sets. That is T1, T2 and T3. And which are the subtrees of the root node. And by definition, each subtree is again a tree, and the same tree can be expressed in this notation. How we can express is, under this A, it contains the subtree B, and under this B, it contains the E, and F contains K and L. This is one subtree under this A, and another subtree G, C contains G, and another subtree D contains H, I and J are the nodes. Like this we can represent. And in these trees, we can see some basic terminologies that we are using in these trees. What are the terminologies is node. Already we have seen each and every element that we have defined under this subtree or tree is called as the node. Here what is meant by a node is, this is the main component of any tree structure. The concept of this node in a tree is same as the linked list. How we have defined the elements in the linked list, here also we are going to link one element to the another element in this tree. Here, the node of a tree will store the actual data, and it will links to the other node. That is about the node. And what is meant by predecessor is, every node n in a tree except root has a unique parent called a predecessor of n. In the above diagram, we have seen B. B is the subtree, and B is the predecessor of E, F, K and N. And parent, what is meant by a parent is, parent of a node is the immediate predecessor of the node. If we take in that above figure, B is the parent of E and F, and A is the parent of B, C and D. And what is meant by a root is, a node that does not have a parent is termed as the root. That is, in the above diagram we have seen A is the root node. That means it does not contains any parent node. Here it contains the child nodes. And what is meant by successor is every node in a tree except the leaf roots have a unique son or a unique child is called as the successor of N. That is, if we take E, F, K and L, this is the successor of B. And what is meant by a child is if the immediate predecessor of a node is the parent of the node, then all the immediate successors of the node are called as the child. And what is meant by a binary tree, and this topic is very important. What is meant by a binary tree is a binary tree, it is the special form of a tree, and a binary tree is more important, and it is used in the various applications of computers, and where we can use this, that we will discuss later. And what is meant by a binary tree is a binary tree T is a finite set of nodes such that we have to check T is empty and T contains a specially designated node called as the root, and the remaining nodes of tree form only up to two disjoint binary trees, that is T1 and T2, which are called as the left subtree, and another one is called as the right subtree respectively. Here if we take the binary tree T, it must contains the two subtrees, that is it can contains up to two disjoint binary trees that will be represented by T1 and T2, that are called as the left subtree, and another one is called as the right subtree. See here, binary tree. Why the binary tree is named as a binary tree is, here each node has at most two descendants, or else it may have at least two subtrees. These descendants are described as left and right children of the parent node, and each node can have only one children, or it may have two children, or else it may have no children. See this diagram here, this is the root node, already we have seen this, and B and C, B is called as the left child of A, and C is called as the right child of A. Here we can say this is the left child of A, and here this is the right child of A. And D, if we take D, under this B, this is the left child of B, and A is the right child of B. And if we take C, F is the left child of C, and G is the right child of C. Like that we are going to represent. And this is the 0th level, first level, second level, and third level. And here, if we take the first level, that is A, that is the 0th level, number of nodes is only one, that is it contains only one node, so that is it contains one node. And if we take B and C, that is it contains the left child and as well as it contains the right child. This is the first level. The first level contains how many nodes? B and C, that is the number of nodes is 2. And if we take the other nodes, B contains 2 nodes as well as C contains 2 nodes. Here this is the second level. In this second level, it contains how many nodes is 1, 2, 3 and 4. The total nodes is 4. And if we take the next level, that is third level, here D contains H and J, and remaining E, F and G, it does not contains any child nodes. So that there is no child nodes under this E, F and G. And here in this level, it contains 2 nodes, that is 2. And total how many nodes in this binary tree is? It contains total 9, that is 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, that equal to 9. This is about the binary tree. And what is the main difference between the binary tree and the tree is, here a tree can never be empty, but a binary tree may be empty. Already we have seen in that for example, here E, F and G, it does not contains any nodes, that is you can take that as the tree means it does not contains any elements. Here the first difference is a tree never be empty, but a binary tree may be empty. And the second point is a tree may have any number of children, whereas a binary tree, a node may have at most 2 children. That is the difference between the tree and the binary tree. And see the properties of binary tree. What is the first property is, in a binary tree, the maximum number of nodes on level L, that is the levels are represented as L, that is 2 power L, where L should be greater than or equal to 0. If L is less than 0, we can't able to form a tree. If L is greater than 0, here we are going to find number of nodes in the levels by using 2 power L. Take this diagram. See this example. In this diagram, this is the 0th level, first level, second level and third level. Here, if we take 0th level, we are going to represent it as 2 power L, that is 2 power 0 is 1. And if we take the second level, that is 0th level, first level, 2 power 1. 2 power 1 is 2. And if we take the next level, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 2 power 2, that is we are in the second level, so that 2 square, it contains 4 elements. And if we take the next level, third level, here 2 power 3. 2 power 3 means 2 into 2 into 2, that equal to total 8 elements. And if you are going to define n number of nodes, that is with L level, so that we can represent it by 2 power L. That is the finding the maximum number of nodes on level L. And here the next one is the maximum number of nodes possible in a binary tree of height h is based on the height, that is 2 power h minus 1. In the above example, the number of nodes is already we have seen 1, 2, 4 and 8, that is 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 equal to 15. And the formula is 2 power h minus 1. Here h, the height of this tree is 4, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. It contains 4 levels. 2 power h minus 1, that is 2 power 4 minus 1. 2 power 4 is 16. 16 minus 1, that equal to 15. And the third one, the maximum number of nodes possible in a binary tree. Already we have seen binary means at least 2. That means we can define the height of the binary tree is 2. And for any non-empty tree, if n0 is the number of leaf nodes and n2 is the number of internal nodes, then n0 will become n2 plus 1. And for any non-empty binary tree, if n is the number of nodes and if we take e is the number of edges, then n equal to e plus 1. In the above example, it contains total 14 edges, 14 plus 1, that equal to 15 elements are there in the binary tree. And total number of binary tree possible with n nodes is, the formula is 1 by n plus 1, 2n cn, that is the coefficient. Here if we consider the nodes as n equal to 3, then the binary tree possible, or here we can represent like this. That is, if we can take the root node right and left, we can take the root node under that subtree, we can define the nodes. And here we can take the root node left subtree, and from that subtree we can define the right nodes. And here also first we can take the right, again we can take the left, or else we can take full left. These are the different possible ways that we can define the tree. And strictly binary tree, what is meant by a strictly binary tree is, here the strictly binary tree is a binary tree that has non-empty left and right subtrees. That means it should not contains non-empty left and right subtrees. Here the out degree of every node is either 0 or 2, and every node in strictly binary tree must have at least maximum 2 children, or it may not have children. The nodes with 2 children are called as the internal nodes, and the nodes with no children are called as the external nodes, or else it may have called as leaf nodes. Already we have seen what is meant by a leaf node is, it does not contains any nodes under that particular node is called as the leaf node. Here if we take this example, 1 is the root node, and in this root node it contains at least two children, maximum number of it contains 2 children. And here it contains the out degree of 2 and 3, and again 2 out degrees 4 and 5, it contains 2. Again if we take 4 out degrees 8 and 9, it contains 2. Here 5 does not contains any elements under this, any link under this, we didn't link any elements under 5, so that the out degree of 5 is 0. Here I have represented, see here 1. If we take 1, the out degree is 2, that means there is a link from 1 to 2 and 1 to 3. and if we take 2, there is a link from 2 to 4 and 2 to 5, so that the odd degree is 2. And if we take 3, it contains 2 elements under this, so that is a odd degree is 2. And if we take 4, 4 contains 2 elements, there are 2 links, 2 elements are defined under these 4, so that it contains odd degree as 2. And 5 does not contains elements, so that the odd degree is 0. And for 6 also 0, and for 7 2, and for 8, 9, 10 and 11 the odd degree is 0, and that is called as the external node. And here the node with 2 children, that is 1 have 2 children and 4 have 2 children and 7 have 2 children, these are called as the internal nodes, and remaining nodes like 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 are called as the external nodes. And see this, what is meant by a full or complete binary tree? What is meant by a full or complete binary tree is, full binary tree is a tree that contains maximum number of possible number of nodes in all levels. So in a binary tree, all the leaves are at the same level. In addition, all internal nodes have equal degree in the full binary tree, and the odd degree of every node is 2 except the terminal node. Here in this, if we take 1, it is the node at level 0, that is root. And if we take 2, nodes at level 1. And if we take 4, the nodes at level 2. And nth level is 2 power n minus 1. And utmost full binary tree, what is meant by utmost full binary tree is almost full binary tree. What is meant by almost full binary tree is, here a binary tree of depth n is almost a complete binary tree if any node at level less than n minus 1 has 2 sons. And the next one is, for any node in the tree with the right descendant at level n, the node must have a left son, and every left descendant of the node is either a leaf at level n or else it may have 2 sons. See this diagram, you'll understand. See here, it contains the left node and the right node, and the left node again it contains 2 nodes, and the right node has no children. And see here, if we take A contains B and C, these are the subtrees. D and E it contains under this B, and here H and A it is defined under the D subtree, and here E does not contain no element. That means almost any node at level less than n minus 1 has 2 sons, and here it contains the right descendant at level n, and it must have the left son. It contains the left sons, and every left descendant of node is either it may be the leaf node or else it may have 2 sons. And see the representation of binary tree. There are 2 traditional popular techniques that are used to maintain binary trees in the memory. What are they is sequential representation, and another one is linked list representation. What is meant by a sequential representation means, what is the meaning of sequential is, already we have seen the arrays. In the arrays, how the elements will be stored means in a sequential order. That means one after the another. All the elements whatever we are defining will be stored one after the another. In sequential representation, arrays can be used to store the nodes. A sequential representation of binary tree requires numbering of nodes. Here we have to define the number for that, starting with nodes on level 0, then on level 1 and level 2. Like that we can define n number of levels. The nodes are numbered from left to right. Here how we have to represent the nodes is, we have to number it from left to right. Here A is represented as 1 and B, and after that we have to go to the right side. And here the root node is numbered as 1, then its left child as 2 and the right child as 3. And how we will store the elements in the array is A of 3 equal to, why, because here total 3 elements, A of 3 equal to, here we have entered the elements called as A, B, C, that is represented as 1, 2, 3, which is stored in A of 0, A of 1 and A of 2. This is the sequential representation. And what are the advantages and disadvantages of this sequential representation is, first one is advantage. First advantage is it is suitable for complete binary tree or nearly complete binary tree. Which one? Sequential representation. It is suitable for complete binary tree or else nearly complete binary tree. And it is efficient and convenient representation provided that the tree does not go for changes such as insertion, deletion. That means we are not going to change the elements which is defined in that particular tree. That is the advantages of sequential representation. And if we see the disadvantage, it is not ideal for other than complete binary tree. That means this sequential representation will be used only for the complete binary tree and it will not be used for the other types of trees. And this is, that is, it is suitable for normal binary tree and as well as it is suitable for complete binary tree. Here the size of the tree structure is predictable. That means we can predict how many elements are there, how much we have defined, we can predict that. This representation uses static allocation and leads to the wastage of memory size. Why? Because here we are using the arrays. Whenever we are using the arrays, already we know we are going to define it static. Whenever we are defining the static allocation, automatically there will be the wastage of memory. And insertion and deletion of nodes cannot be performed. Already we have seen it is efficient and convenient. In the advantages we have seen, it does not go for changes. That means we can't able to change. Insertion, deletion and all will not be possible in this. Here if you want to insert or delete the node, it cannot be performed easily. It requires the movement of many nodes. It will reflect, it will change in level numbers of the remaining nodes also. Whenever we are trying to forcefully insert or delete the element, it will needs to the change of total level. It will reflect all the nodes in the tree. These are the advantages and disadvantages of sequential representation. And linked list representation, see here, linked list representation. What is meant by linked list representation is, here the problem associated with sequential representation we have seen already. To overcome this, we are using this linked list representation. In this, each node is divided into 3 parts. Already in the last sessions we have discussed about the linked list. Here in this linked list, it is divided into 3 parts. That is info field. It contains the left link as well as it contains the right link. If we take the info field, which is used to store the information, that is the elements will be stored in this info part of the node, and the left is the link of the field which contains the address of its left node, and the right is the link field which contains the address of the right node. That is left link, info part and the right link. In this linked list representation of binary tree is similar to the doubly linked list. Only in the doubly linked list we can see it will contains the left address as well as it contains the right node address. Here how we can define the structure is, struct node int info we have to define node left, node right. And see this example how we can represent is, here this is the info part. Here we have given A is inserted, and B and C. B is the left node and C is the right node. Here A will contains the address of C as well as address of B will be stored in the left side. In the right side, address of C will be defined. Whereas if we take B, B contains again 2 nodes, that is D and E, and again D contains 1 node G, and in the left side it is null, and in the left side of E, here it does not contains any element, so that we have to give the link part as null. We have to represent the link part as null, whereas here C contains F and F does not contains any node, so that it will be represented as null. And see the advantages of linked list representation. What are the advantages of these linked list representation is, the first one, The linked list representation of binary tree is the efficient use of computer storage and as well as the computer time. Whereas we have seen computer storage, that is the disadvantage in this sequential representation. Here, the linked list representation of binary tree, it is efficient for the use of computer storage and computer time. The insertion and deletion operations can also be performed more easily because of pointing to the address. Here, the size of the tree structure is unpredictable. We can't able to predict the size of the tree structure. And the linked allocation is suitable technique because it allocates memory space dynamically. Already we have seen in the linked list, we are going to allocate the memory dynamically for that particular tree. These are the advantages of linked list representation. And algorithm for linked list representation. See this algorithm, creating a binary tree using linked list representation. What is the procedure is, first we have to create the root node, that is root equal to get node, and we have to store the root address into the another pointer, so that pointer equal to root. This is the algorithm. Step 1 is, if pointer not equal to null, then what will happen is we can store the element, that is pointer to info equal to item. We can store the item. And after that, do you want to create left child? That means one node has been created. This is called as the pointer and this is also called as the node. Node has been created and here we have inserted the item, that is pointer to info equal to item we have inserted. And again we are asking, do you want to create the left child? If we have selected as y, that is if we want to insert the left child, here new left equal to get node, pointer to left equal to new left, that is pointer to left equal to, here we are creating one node, that is get node, create to tree, left node has been created. Else if we have selected as no, means here pointer to left equal to null and create tree of left side is null. And see here, and again, do you want to create the right child? If we have selected as yes, here new to right equal to get node, that is new to right equal to get node we are going to create. Then pointer to right equal to new right, new node has been created in the right side, and create of tree equal to new right. Otherwise, else pointer to right equal to null, create to tree equal to null. Here also it will be null. That is the algorithm for creating the binary tree using linked list representation. And see here in diagrammatically I have represented what I have explained. Here we have created the root node and this is called as the pointer which contains the 2002 address,